I'm just done. Because I'm way too passive aggressive for you, babe. I know that I can't be too faced, but I won't feel like you do, babe. You know I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk about mistakes. It's not like you'll get a retake. I'll never feel like you do, babe. Even if I try to, even if I try to, even if I try to, I'll never feel like you do. Yeah. I know you think we're good together. Every time I see your happy face, I wanna tell you to just leave me alone. Ooh. Take a hint, don't be so selfish. I'm trying to make it easy, point you in the right direction, yeah. Could you stay away from me? Cause if you go to heaven, then I wanna go to hell. Think I would do well for myself. Because I'm way too passive aggressive for you, babe. I know that I can't be too faced, but I won't feel like you do, babe. You know I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk about mistakes. It's not like you get a retake. I'll never feel like you do, babe. Even if I try to, even if I try to, even if I try to, I'll never feel like you do. Leave me alone and forget about me, 'cause I'll never feel like you do. No. Leave me alone and forget about me, 'cause I'll never feel like you do. Because I'm way too passive aggressive for you, babe. I know that I can't be too faced, but I won't feel like you do, babe. You know I'm sorry, I shouldn't talk about mistakes. It's not like you get a retake. I'll never feel like you do, babe. Even if I try to, even if I try to, even if I try to, I'll never feel like you do. I'm fed up with changes. Come pick me up 'cause I just wanna see the light. I wanna be weightless. Teach me to fly, I won't be coming down. Could somebody wake me up? I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. Yeah. I just see her face wherever I look. She's standing in the crowd. So let go, I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, let a little bit inside, you know, maybe.
Hello. Welcome to WCS Weekly Showcase. Here we have a really interesting game for you presented today on Icebox. We have Bison Boys, who are looking for a team, versus Pug Stars, who are looking for an organization. Right here, I am your caster Gompers, and I also have my lovely co-caster Golden Falcon.
Hello.
So, what are you thinking about the map pick? Looks interesting, as well as the team comp.
Yeah, definitely. We were actually talking a little bit with our production team how every map just seems to be Icebox nowadays. I don't know what happened. None of us know what happened, but it seems that the entire team meta has shifted towards Icebox and Ascent and all these newer maps. And even we saw Breeze today in VCS. But yeah, it's gonna be a cool thing to see because this is I'm pretty sure our first ever weekly showcase. So we've got, like you mentioned, Bison Boys going up against 5 Pug Stars. And yeah, just for fun right now, we're looking and seeing who can perform the best because obviously these guys are looking for stuff, right? One of these teams is looking for an organization, the other one just 5, I mean, literally Pug Stars. They just came together. They decided, hey, we're going to play this game right now, and we'll see how well we gel. Maybe we stick together, maybe we don't. But otherwise, yeah, this is just it's a fun showcase for us today. We're going to have one for weeks coming. We'll see what we have planned. I think we already have something planned for next week, given the information from our production. We have one next week, but for now, yeah, like we mentioned, Icebox is going to be our first map between these two teams.
Yeah, like you said in the beginning, wondering why Icebox might be a great pick. And everyone's been picking it lately. Viper is one of the main characters to have on this map. And the lineups are definitely something that will clutch rounds. It's an easy round to take, especially if your Viper knows what they're doing. So this might just be a map that everyone loves just because of that Viper play.
That's definitely possible. Yeah, she's come into popularity as of late, and especially even after all the nerfs, it doesn't even matter. But I mean, straight off the bat, I mean, we're not gonna slow down, right? It's two Pug teams, so we're gonna go right into it. Dimitri, though, he's behind absolutely everyone. He just sees every player, dismisses out after the first kill. And the rest of the people have already gotten on the site, though, and he's still trapped outside.
Rough take here on A, but they got it. They're already on that site. They're gonna have to play for a pretty strong retake here. They have 3 people on the defender's side. Pug Stars having to fend for themselves, but Shimu getting out Vel in replacement for ESO.
Oh no!
There they are.
He almost had Nova there, but Shimu had a hard time connecting his crosshair with his head. Minimal taking out Fraggleton in replacement for Shimu. It is a 1v2 right now. And Nova with that 3K taking out Minimal with that headshot. They already have their first point on the board, and they're going to be able to buy next round.
That took absolutely no time at all. I mean, I was still talking about things, and they were just running straight onto that A site. I just, like I mentioned, it's 2 Pug teams, so it is that kind of playstyle, right? You don't really have anything developed. You just have those fast strats where you just go, and you just go in, take the fights, just peek every single angle, and hope you win the duels. And they ended up getting entryed on by Vel, but it just didn't matter. They just ran on the site, got all the kills, and got the plant down, and that's a fast first round for Bison Boys.
Yeah, most definitely. Really good coordination, surprisingly, on their team. They've never played together, like you said. That dart it just went there. It had a little problem, but Chrome already getting a trade off for the team. 3v3. Sova's low, Sova's out.
That was quite quick yet again. I can't say none of us are surprised. ISO has got a sheriff. His teammate would not even. Minimal's got a shorty just looking for exits. For this round, it should be done and dusted. Maybe ISO gets a single kill with a headshot angle. In fact, he gets domed. Well, yeah, this is simple stuff. In fact, I want to talk about something that we actually didn't get time to talk about before. Agent selects. It's mirror comps between both teams, so exactly the same. We've got Sova on both teams, the initiator, single controller, and Viper. Maybe a kill. Nice. Minimal. Speaking of Viper, gets a rifle off of that. He should end up running. I don't like to see him staying. He's probably going to die if he takes a fight. He actually gets a kill. Maybe a second frag. That's a nice one tap. He comes out with 3 in that round. Alive. They don't get the round, but at least the economy's shattered for Bison Boys.
You know, it's interesting because Bison Boys, they're playing this pretty well, actually. They're trying for that retake. The hard part is that they're getting pushed so aggressively. It is just impossible to defend that site. They just don't have the amount of people that they can to defend against a 5-man push.
I wonder if that's how they're gonna keep playing this, because Bison, I mean, it looks like they wanted to default for a second. They had the Jet outside B main, and the Sova was looking down mid, likely to throw a dart, but no, they're gonna dart straight into A once more. The Viper is the only player watching the flank. Dimitri's up here, wanting to take an aggressive fight. He's got the pipes angle, sees Vet, but he gets tagged. He's gonna take a fight, win the first duel, headshot, and he gets out.
Trying to get onto the site, but everybody has already been A. 4 people down A. They're not going to be able to push this as hard as they were before. Dimitri trying to get that pick, and he gets picked off by Nova instead. Shima with those 2 picks. Minimal going for that flank. Nova has no idea here. And the Minimal just gets it sneakily going behind Nova. Their first round 1 with guns. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that round, not much of a surprise either. The fact that Bison Boys' economy got shattered so hard by Minimal, the previous, I mean, that's just going to happen, right? You don't have the weaponry going into that A site. You can force up all you want, but it's not going to matter. Dimitri taking the first fight, great off angle, and I don't even think he's supposed to win that battle, even though he got spotted by the drone and by a player. So 2 people know where he is, and even the player that spotted him initially can't even get the press.
Revealing area.
After that, the round's gonna snowball. Right now, it's kind of the same deal. They're just going right into A, and then Blue's taking the first fight this time. The other duelist, not happen to be the Reyna, is taking hits. Headshot with, at least this is the classic, so he's not gonna take that much damage, but no low on HP. Chrome just goes to the orb for some reason. Bell trades that out, but I don't think that gun's recoverable. No.
The great pistol pick by Vel. A 4v3 right now. 2v4 right now. With Viper on the defending side. Kind of getting those picks and that damage. And there are 2 people on that team that do have a little bit of health left. And they just take them out immediately. They have no time to even gather and reposition themselves for that post plant.
Well, I mean, it's evened up. Bison Boys, they had no money going to that round. I think they did actually end up forcing up into the third, which means that was done and dusted, right? 2 and 2. Now it's both teams with the rifles. They should end up buying up. Chrome actually doesn't have a full buy even, which is kind of unfortunate. He's going to be sitting on that half armor, which is interesting why it's him and not Vel. But then again, both the duelists are actually not doing the hottest. We'll see what Bison Boys can scrounge up at this point. Chrome's likely, he's actually 1 off knives, which makes it maybe a bit more surprising, but he's going to opt for the op. Blue has it on the defensive half, which is, that's a big investment, but they've got so much money in the bank that it doesn't even matter. Good thing for Bison Boys, that's not the site they're opting for. Chrome's already up high up on B. How? I don't know how ISO shot him in the face, but somehow it's a dink through a wall. He's gonna get healed back up, so utility used, but that's a lot of aggression already on that A site. Chrome's up against the defensive wall to prevent a plant, but it's just gonna get shot down. And no one is immediate to defend, but Blue's gonna rotate back and miss the shot, and now they know the op's in play, but the plant's already going down.
Spike planted.
Oh, that shot. Recon dart. Getting vision of ISO. They're gonna have... They do have that bomb down, so they are playing a really smart post plant here, but we have Minimal out with that. Hyper's Pit Dimitri taking out Chrome with a weird shot right there. Conscious Fury coming out, getting a little bit of damage done, not too much to the point where winnable, but it's the defenders. What? Bomb was being bomb was being defused. People were fighting. Shots were being like there was so much damage being done, but no one was going down. It was at this point it was just a sound distraction, and it worked. They had that Viper's Pit to help them get that plant out of their way. They won that round with an amazingly weird strategy, but in the end, it all worked out.
Yeah, honestly, that's the kind of a problem with these kinds of pug strats, is that when you just go in and you have no resolves, you just go straight in and try and get a plant down and go for the gunfights. Like that, it just happens that way, right? You've got 5 people alive, it's gonna be chaotic, and at least for ISO, Chrome goes down first, but Nova, I think he went for a drone there. He's gonna get stationary tagged. And I'm surprised Shimu actually doesn't go for the second shot on him. But right up in the mid, already the knives off the jet. The Blues already rotated underneath. It's just chaos all over the place. This trades back and forth everywhere.
Oh, and as you say trades, we got Fraggleton taking out Blue to make it a 2v3 right now. When he takes out that res, 4v2, it doesn't matter. Fraggleton taking out Minimal. Nova taking out another. It's a 2v2 right now. Extremely winnable. Sage giving out her healing orb in order to make it a little bit more of a fair battle.
They're going into A. I think the defense must read this. ISO's here is everything right now. There's so much time. Bison Boys don't have to commit. They're going to do so. Not checking the corner. ISO's going to take one out in the second. Is so free for him. A 4K for the Sage for Pug Stars.
ISO was just holding the best angle that he could. He eradicated the team, if you could say. I was studying vocabulary prior, but I used the vocab word for.
I wasn't even gonna say anything. I was just gonna let it fly. I was like, yeah, all right. You laughed first.
Yeah, I know.
You told me not to laugh. You laughed first.
It was funny. But already they're coming out with that bomb in Sage's hand. They're gonna have a little bit of a drone coming out to get some information in. Not a lot coming out though. He kind of did miss that Reyna, but he catched him. Didn't get the tag off though, but Chrome taking out Reyna as the season.
Ooh, that's or excuse me, Vel wins a nice gunfight with the lesser weaponry there, and shot dart's gonna land a bit too far, and Vel has recovered that rifle. Nice headshot to Shimu, and a second heal maybe. I mean, Minimal is so low right now. There's nothing for him to do. That round, what did that round lasted like 30 seconds, if that.
Yeah, the rounds have been fairly fast. I think the one round that took a while was last round, and it's just the aggressive plays coming out. Like, they get that site really fast, and you only have a certain amount of time after that bomb gets down to take the site, and you know they have to play for this fast retake, or else they're not gonna have enough time to defuse. So that's probably what's going on here.
I have a feeling that's going to be how this game just tends to be from now on. Well, okay. I say that. They're finally going for a default. There's only 3 people towards this long B, and the Sage is looking outside A with the spike, so I'm expecting they're going to put some attention towards B, make a showing here, and then rotate back in time. If they can get a pick, even better. But we'll see what Viper gives them on this defense. Dart goes in. They're stomping on this site. Minimal's here to defend, and Dimitri has pressure from back. Snowman smoke goes up, and now, yeah, they finally drop back.
They do have that bomb for A. Everyone is kind of gathered up near B on the defender side. They do have that attention down on B. It is a 2v2 on each site, so they could take A, but Sova does seem like he's kind of getting a little bit anxious for that lurk on the defender side.
Oh, that's a big kill. Dimitri shuts that lurk down, and that is the one lurk that's over on that B. Now that that's not there, that Reyna knows there's nothing else that's present on that B site. The dart goes in, and now they know everything. Pug Stars have every idea where this attack is coming. Minimal loses the fight, which is also quite big, because ISO now needs to turn to get both different angles, but he's got it. It's a 2 versus 3. There should be no chance anymore for Bison Boys to get in.
Last player standing.
Oh, and
Spike down
Canoxians just
A.
couldn't take
One
out the
enemy
Sage,
remaining.
but Chrome taking Sage out in replacement. It's a Viper. It's a Reyna v Jet right now. Duelist v Duelist, but Dimitri just had that angle on Chrome, and Chrome just had no idea that he was up in that corner. It was a little bit of a cheeky corner, to be fair.
And honestly, it got a bit close, but like there was no chance. The time was so low. Like if he had maybe 30 seconds, yeah, okay, I'll give him that. Chrome can win that fight any day of the week, but he's so tight on time. There's gonna be angles that he just cannot check, and at the end of the day, up in heaven, Dimitri is just sitting in that corner. Like, why would you be there? That's exactly what you want to do as a defender. Sit in the dumbest corner in the world. He's never going to check you, so there's no chance he loses that round. And now we're 5-3. Guns up for both sides, but Bison Boys have been struggling. If they can't win the round just in the first 30 seconds so far, it has been fairly rough for them. They just kind of have to get in. Going for the fakes, it just doesn't work out. They get red, their one lurker goes down.
Poison's off.
Maybe if Vel got a kill, maybe he goes for a kind of flank there. But so far, they need some success on those lurks. And right now, it's ironic, Dimitri is actually going on a lurk himself. He's going to run into 2 players right outside this A main. Okay, well, Kono shuts him down immediately, so there goes that.
Yeah, that hurts. You know, you're not expecting anyone to peek you there, and the white swing comes out. That's an unfortunate spot to be in. We have Fraggleton. They're kind of playing for a default. They're waiting. No one is on B site, though, on the defender's side. So, honestly, Bison Boys could have this site for free, and they do. They're already up there, but no one's really pushing in. No one's, you know, there goes Sage. They're going to plant down B. They're going to have that B site. Viper's just going to watch down mid and maybe watch for a little bit of a lurk.
Ooh, wait, the orb. He tapped the orb, so Viper's coming back to look. Vel's really, really close to this default plant position right now, but Minimal is going to deny with that Molly. There's no way they get a plant down unless Vel does get that kill, which is really big as well. That's a 5 versus 2 really quickly after that.
Jet's watching on top of yellow. Gets a little bit of damage off of blue.
One enemy remaining.
Not too much, but blue's by herself with a slither of damage. With a slither of health, and Vel taking out blue. A great 3K, by the way, from Canoxians on Bison Boys side.
Yeah, that was honestly a big round by Kono. He literally is all around the map, getting every frag that they needed. He shuts down the lurk outside A, comes into B, even gets the, like, Reyna gets the entry onto the site at least, but he gets another flank kill. And here we go, defender timeout. That's actually surprising. Pug Stars taking a timeout. This, I guess you can't really say early on. It feels early, but that's only because these rounds have taken like 30 seconds apiece. So it's like, it's a quarter, it's a third of the time that you would usually use for a round. There's a 1 minute 40 in a round. It's been 30 seconds. Like it doesn't make any sense how fast this game is going. But either way, yeah, Pug Stars, they lose 4 and they take a timeout. So wise by them. I mean, admittedly, you don't see many teams doing this early on most of the time. I mean, we literally saw I think, what was it, the Sentinels game today or the G2 game? They just don't take timeouts. It's really strange, but I like to see Pug Stars talking it out, even though I don't know how much there is to talk, because I mean, Bison Boys, again, it's either they go in and they win, or they default and they kind of look lackluster. That round was big by Kono, but that doesn't happen every single time, right? You need him to get those frags on that lurk. If he doesn't, if that's the one linchpin that Bison Boys are relying upon to win rounds, I don't know how reliable this is going to be, right? Pug Stars, this one, maybe following up into that timeout, they've got pistols, right? So they might have some more time to talk stuff out, because it's going to be hard to win this round nonetheless with those sheriffs. It's always possible, but I don't really look for it, because Bison Boys stacked up outside A again. Kono on that solo lurk, facing the Viper, in fact, outside that B main. But everyone else on Pug Stars actually walking up this mid. I guess this is what they talked about. They wanted something to end up winning this eco round, and this might just be what they need.
They're already gathered up A, but there's 3 people giving out a huge lurk down A site. Pug Stars, this might be a great pistol round. Just like you said, ESO getting out foul with that really nice sheriff play. And their lurk was just amazing, because they have that lurk down, but Fraggleton, you know, Vandal's stronger than Marshall for sure. But never mind, Blue proving me wrong. Trying to get that plant down, but they just can't, because Kono, once again, they're relying on Kono. He has to get this pick. They're defusing that, and they just got it. Kono did have a pretty good lurk there, but it was all about timing. He was a little bit too late to that lurk. You know, he could have probably seen them lurking a little bit down A and probably catch them before they hit the door, because he was hiding in B inside of garage. But the timing there was just, honestly, it was unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't even know if we can count that as unlucky or what, but like that was definitely well done by Pug Stars. A bit lackluster by Bison Boys, I'm not gonna lie. But Pug Stars, they found the one hole, the one gap in the defense, I guess the attack of Pug Stars, and they end up, they just take advantage of it. Chrome now falls immediately into this round. It's been 10 seconds and he's already dead. But yeah, so this time, obviously, they're not actually pushing up. Kono is watching the mid flank this time, which is exactly where they came from. So none of that. Fraggleton's going to try and get this. What? He invests a wall for the res. Fair enough. They really want Chrome back. That's a 5 versus 5. It's still an even man count. They did damage to the Jet, but there's a Sage available for Pug Stars for a heal, and even another res on top of that. So there's a lot to keep players alive on Pug Stars right now.
Nowhere to run!
Shuri coming out, trying to clear and create some space. Minimal taking out Val. They're already on the site. They have that Viper's pit out. They're getting that plant out, but Sage, the Pendleton's getting out Minimal! And now having no idea he was there until the last second. Minimal whipping that shot. It's a 3v2 right now, but that Viper's pit might just be the reason why they win this game.
Last player
Kono just on it today.
1v1.
Oh, no! He shot the opposite side of where that radar was. That was really unfortunate. Reyna, that was just hard to watch.
Have you seen the clip where? Do you know who Kickstar is? The siege caster with long hair.
No.
So there was a meme clip once where like the producers recorded like his face when it's not on air, but like because they're running cams all the time, the producers recording his face when they're casting, and like someone makes a really bad mistake in game, and he just goes like he just gets like super red in the face and his eyes bulge. And he's like, "Why are you running?" It's like that. Like, why are you shooting? Like, you're in a 1v1. Why are you flicking into the smoke and shit? I just don't understand. That doesn't make any sense.
It gives away your location. Oh, that was a beautiful shot of Reyna, but it does give away. It does give away your location. Like, it's a 1v1 and you're outside of that smoke, and Chrome getting taken out after that operator shot by Blue. 2K by Blue. But that res coming out, it's still a 5v3.
But this wrap, though, it's so weird. The logistics right now, they have no idea these guys are all the way through 2. Kono gets 1, and now they know that there's at least another player here. Flash goes high, and Dimitri gets immediately deleted around the corner by Vel.
Oh, Minimal's watching. He does have his Viper's pit down A. He's not in it. It's about to go down, but he does not know that Fraggleton is there, that the shots coming out are insane. He does get that dink off Vel, but Vel takes out Minimal. 10 health with an Empress out. Not sure how that's going to go, but I'm hoping for a really nasty headshot here to give her her health back.
Spike
We have
planted.
Blue already on that lurk. Reyna's left by herself with only 10 health. Jet's right behind her. She has no idea.
Ah!
Shimu just taking out freaking Reyna on the attacker's side. That was sad.
You know why it's more sad? It's because it's Vel
Switching
2 rounds in a
sides.
row with winnable clutches, mind you. Like, he's the Reyna. He's literally the character that's supposed to just win raw aim duels, but it just doesn't happen. He's got 10 HP, fine, but the HP was irrelevant there, specifically because he got headshot by Shimu. So it wouldn't have mattered what health he had. I mean, maybe if he had 150, that's the range of which you dink someone. But like, it does. If you take any bullet, like it doesn't matter. So Vel has to land that instant headshot, and it just doesn't. Like that's just flat out what happened that round. That's why he lost. And the previous round, he's just kind of just playing around. He's just shooting in the smoke. So it's 2 unfortunate rounds in a row, which means Pug Stars are up 2 rounds coming in the second half. And in fact, they're just gonna opt for the same kind of strat, right? Bison Boys ran it down A. This time Pug Stars is gonna run it down B. Kono's here, first line of defense, but he is the only man on this B side. He has to give it up. He knows he can't give up this life right now.
No charges left.
That Viper wall coming down. Wall coming down. They already have the site pretty free. They're going down mid, down to B. Vel's in a weird position here. They can't really see anything because the smokes are kind of obstructing their view, making it a lot harder, but their post plans here aren't that bad. They're all kind of cornered up. Oh, it's just damage coming out of everyone, and already 3 picks on the defender side. They're gonna have a pretty good retake here. 3 on Nova's side.
Wait a minute!
Running out of 3K! Minimal! Having that 3K, huge! 2 health only. They're gonna have to play for time here. Oh, and
It's
they
impossible.
are... Vel... Oh, he wins it! Minimal! Oh, that was such a close and amazing play by Minimal. Minimal almost had that round for the team.
I can't believe that got, like, okay, back and forth it goes, right? Because I saw the Sage, she comes out, tries to put the wall down, she gets picked. I'm like, okay, well, that's it. There's no way they win the round at this point. But the thing is, she gets the wall off before she dies, which means the wall is up for Vel to get that defuse at the end of the day. But even still, the 3K from the Viper, Minimal just popping off there. He sends a molly, and I'm, okay, the rest of his team dies. I'm like, okay, I guess he loses. And then they all peek him. Every single player peeks him, and Minimal has a classic, lands every shot until the last 1v1. How depressing must it be to lose in that fashion? I'm not gonna, I mean, fair enough, he got a Twitter clip, but that's not exactly what you want at this point, especially because Kono gets an entry. Nova with his second kill. Speaking of Minimal, he goes down immediately, so no chance for another amazing clutch. Onto the B site are most of the attackers, and they're just getting sprayed, but Shimu does get the frag, so the plant does go down.
Spike planted.
Interesting enough, everyone did buy here. You know, they really want to buy.
Player standing.
Oh, and Val just running and gunning Shimu. That's a hard way to go down, but Yuso having a 1v3. Will he have a Kono moment? No. Oh, Fraggleton will take him out just in time.
Do you think that'd be more possible with a heal in his pocket instead of Minimal, just with mollies and a classic? But no, it just doesn't happen. The headshots don't end up, I mean, he lands 1, but 1 is not enough with this specific weapon. So 7-7, all tied up once again. And Deja Vu, Bison Boys win it out once more. The pistol and the follow-up. They've looked good so far in the pistol rounds. So far, at least that one, their economy wasn't completely demolished by a Viper sitting outside screen of the shorty, so Minimal doesn't have that success again. So at least they have some guns. They have not only some guns, but Chrome has an off on round 3 against 5 pistols. Speaking of from Pug Stars, I mean just sheriffs. So they can do something, but it's a bit risky, I think, for Chrome to bring this out so early because there are 5 pistols, so you just kind of throw your bodies at the enemy. But Blue takes a disadvantageous angle against Canoxians, so instant. He's just dead. There's nothing else to do there. Minimal probably wants to recover that sheriff, but that's all he can really have. Not sure if Ice spotted the gun. This is not gonna matter. Bell has the drop on him, not entirely literally, but he is on top, so he could choose to do so, and he does. Pushes up outside of A. Only 3 left alive for Pug Stars. Shouldn't be too much they can do at this point because all the Bison Boys players are sitting back on the site except for the Reyna going for the flank.
This is rough. Viper giving out that entry. And Kono just watching from the far away, not knowing what's going on. You know, Minimal and Kono having a little bit of a show off. Really, 2 really good Vipers, honestly. I really think they are really good players, but there's already a 3K coming out. A flawless on the defender's side. Bison Boys giving out really good plays here. And timeout starting for the attackers.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not know they could take 2 timeouts. So there we go. Learn something new every day. But Pug Star, that's another Pug Stars timeout. By the way, I'm pretty sure they took the same. They took a timeout in the first half, and they're taking another one now.
Yes.
And like, okay, admittedly, the first half timeout I think it was all right. It let them win the anti-eco, or it let them win their own eco against the full buy. So very well done by them. We'll see what they can do this time. I genuinely don't know what they could possibly be talking about, other than hey, let's just full rush this site, this letter, A, B, whatever you want. There's only 2 options, because like Bison Boy, it can't be that complicated, right? Because it's ironic as well because 5 Pug Stars are actually the team of 5 people. They're not actually Pug. They're the solid roster that is looking for an organization. Bison Boys is the team that is completely LFT, which is weird based on what the names are. But I mean, I guess it makes sense why Pug Stars are trying to talk things out. They want to stay structured. They want to keep everything like semi makes sense, which is nice. I respect that a lot. And it looks like it is just that we want to just go A. We send the Viper smoke in through mid so that no one can see past the tube. Unless they want to push all the way out, which is kind of risky. The wall goes up by default. Kono has standard stuff set up at side B. But this is a very heavy stack by Bison Boys outside this A. So straight up. They're actually going to push aggressive off this with Dart. They know everything is happening right now. Chrome gets a kill. Fraggleton another, but instant double trades. And a res coming out from Pug Stars.
It was an interesting 3rd round buy from Chrome on the after half. He did get a pickup, but he did kind of give up that operator, which is pretty upsetting. But Viper's pit coming down from Minimal side. We have a 3v2. Hopefully Nova getting a little bit of information. He knows who that Viper is, but he can't shoot him. He's behind that. He has a little bit of cover. He can't shoot him just yet. Minimal with a little bit of health, a slither. So if he takes him out, it's gonna help him a little bit. Get the headshot. Oh, and he's just smoke. He's just throwing his bullets through the smoke like he's Opera. You can have a bullet. You can have a bullet. We have another one coming. Hopefully, Minimal sneaking up on him, but ESO, they're just having a little bit of a. It's like. What is it called? It's like playing blindfolded, basically. They have their monitors off and they're just going for what they hear.
It is. That fight got a little bit awkward. It's lucky for the Sova to get that kill on the player through the smoke, but nonetheless, yeah, you have the plant down. And if you don't know those tricks, if Nova doesn't know those tricks to see further through a Viper smoke, by the way, you gotta look those up from Patifan. Gotta thank you APAC for those. But yeah, he's just looking straightforward, not exactly going for any dirty tricks. There's no way he's going to win that round with that Viper's pit up. So very well done from those attackers. Pug Stars end up winning that round again. Yeah, their timeouts have proven very fruitful. Both of them right after they've won the round. So whatever they're talking about seems to work out. Even after the stack on A site this time, they're only running into 2. And it's 5v2, in fact, from Pug Stars. Straight in, knife out Nova. That's a bit weird. And Bell actually, now he finally has literally the drop on Blue, but he gets immediately traded by ISO. That's another site take, full site control from the side of Pug Stars.
Oh, and the Hunter's Fury coming out. Minimal.
Almost.
He he almost had Minimal there. Minimal's getting that plant down. Chrome.
Spike planted.
Operator, unfortunate. Minimal already had really good position there. And Fraggleton dropping it down on Minimal. It's a 2v3.
player
Using that
standing.
healing hormone herself. Fraggleton getting another one. He's just playing a little bit alone here, but just sitting on that rope is not going to help the bullets.
Oh my. Honestly, Kono has been strangely. Oh yeah, okay, that's not the word. Sorry, I don't mean to say strange. That sounds insulting. No, he's been quite valuable for the team so far. He's the solo controller. There are no smokes on either one of these teams, by the way, other than the Viper. So no Omen, no nothing, no Paranoia, no Brim smokes. It's just him, and he's not only getting the smokes down, but he's also watching the flanks. Because that round right there, he went from the top of belt. I'm not sure if the call was even made that he was top belt, but he got a kill from back there. The Sage didn't even try and look back, just wanted to push further into sight, take more space, because you know that you're getting pushed from both angles, so you have to take some ground, and you can't take back because of what he's gonna do. Not watch the spike, and it, unfortunately, ironically, that's exactly what actually happened, because the wall was up, so that he couldn't actually get back onto his own spike position. Which is quite sad, but speaking of quite sad, Fraggleton instantly gets an entry. Vel, another one walking down that mid. So right through the wall, very nice shots. They're just playing aim lab down here inside this mid position. The ult misses. In fact, Vel runs out of bullets. This team saves his life. What? Wait, what was that round? They just walked forward and hold. What?
That's what you call, you know, top 500 aim labs. That was great. The aim coming out of Reyna, Val, I can't even explain. That's something you don't see every day. They had perfect crosshair placement. They hit their shots like 99% of the time. That's what I want to be.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
No! Why would I ever be sarcastic? You saw it yourself firsthand.
Yeah, with my own eyes.
Get out of my way.
Knives out. That's the
Coming
attacker,
down B. Yeah, they have is it?
He's gonna find nothing.
Yeah.
He popped the knives inside of A. There's nothing there. The entire defensive force is coming into this. I don't know what they're reading, but somehow, I mean, whoever the IGL is on Bison Boys right now, this guy is omnipotent because he can see everything. There's nothing that he can't see. There's one player lurking in mid, and it's the Jet. Why is the Jet lurking? Everyone else is pushed up inside this B. The Sova's going back just in case, but there's nothing there. There's nothing outside this A. Ice is going to put that wall up for the plant. Spike's going to get in. He's going to hear the sound, but Canucks, he's going to run right through the wall, but Ice is going to take him out anyways. Knives now shut down. Fraggleton and Vel both get kills, and the Spike is just going to vacate. He doesn't want anything to do with this B site anymore. They're coming back. They're coming back. They make the sound cues, but they come back. The wall is broken, though. I don't know how they're going to get this plant down.
They already have a pretty big load on B. They don't even have that plant down, which is a little bit unfortunate. They can still do a little, you know, if they run now, they could do a rotate.
30 seconds left.
Is definitely not something that they're available. That option isn't available anymore. They're gonna have to play for B site, and they had it. They could get that plant down, you know, prior, but now they waited a little too long, and they're just sitting down B waiting for that push.
Wait, time's so low. There should be no chance.
One pushing up, and oh, that swing by Val, taking out Minimal, and Chrome getting a collat through a wall. Not a collateral, but he got that shot through the wall with the operator.
I thought, honestly, that was a collat. I don't blame you for saying that. I thought he got both there swinging through that Viper wall, but whatever the case, every single player on Bison Boys chiming in. Honestly, it's looked extremely beautiful for them on their defense. I had a couple things to say about their attack. Obviously, they were 5 rounds in there. They didn't look too good. They were just, it was simple stuff, right? You just run in and you hope it works. 1 round they defaulted, and finally the fake worked from A to B. But other than that, they didn't find success going just straight in. Or they didn't find success doing anything else other than going straight in. And now, though, on their defense, finally they find some structure. They find something that makes sense for them. And Pug Stars, they can't manage to get in past the 1 round they took after the anti-eco, or after the bonus round that Bison Boys ended up winning, by the way. So very well done by them. Every single one of their defenses, they've gone for flanks. Kono has had the back lines. It's just, whatever they're doing, is working, and it's beautiful. And right now, Pug Stars, someone's okay. We have a tech pause. Someone's changing their mouse. Maybe that's what they need. Honestly, at this point, do whatever you can. I don't know what the solution is.
You know, I mean, maybe the mouse is just like that mouse that they only bring out in rare occasions.
Yeah.
You know,
when they're down 8-11. Like we're down by 3 rounds. We have to just win. There's nothing to do. We have to just change
trying. He wasn't trying, but now he has the mouse, so now he will.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now they're gonna make who is it? I think it was like Fraggleton that said that or something. So it's him. We expect him to be right now. He's 14 and 12. He's not even doing that bad. They're doing pretty well. But in fact, it's a winning team. Bison Boys. He's on Bison Boys. They're winning and they're changing mice. Okay, I don't know about that one. That one might be kind of questionable. Like I hope he doesn't play worse because he's doing great right now. Like on the stage, 14 and 12. He's got the res ready. He's got everything right now. Like you're positive on the stage. That's exactly what you want. You get those reses up every single time, and you can just have the possibility of bringing someone back every single round that you need. And so far, they haven't needed. They're 6-1 right now on their defensive half, and it's great. They're living the life. Pug Stars, even after this tech pause, it's not going to be beautiful. They've got Dimitri on 2K. He's not going to have a gun. He has a sheriff in pocket right now, so he's going to hope for maybe a rifle from one of his teammates that fall. But they're actually going for a force. Blues buying down to 600, Minimal down to 50, with 2 rifles and 2 SMGs on ISO and Shimu. So they're just going for it. They're defaulting right now. The Jet's outside their B. Viper's gonna look to throw a smoke in the mid, I'm pretty sure. Or they're just standing wherever because we still have the tech pause. I'm not entirely, I don't know. But I genuinely don't have any ideas on what they're gonna try and do. Throw at Bison Boys to try and win this round. It's such a broken buy. Dimitri actually reconsiders the sheriff, goes for a ghost instead, wants to save a bit more money for the next round. But even still, that really doesn't make too much sense because even if they win, the rest of the team won't be buying guns. I don't think they're gonna throw away their specters, right? And even if they do, they won't have enough for full rifles and armor. So it really doesn't make sense why it's so broken. I think Dimitri should honestly just force up the specter or something. But whatever the case, R is question mark. He's also installing his mouse drivers. So we'll be here a minute.
I think that they should save on the attacker side. You have 8-11. They lose this round, they lose their money, and it's a given. Honestly, you know, having a pistol round on a buy round for the enemy team that's about to win the game is pretty unfortunate. But you know, a little unfortunate that their buys are a little bit scattered. Dimitri seems like he has the right idea in mind, but then again, it's a little rough here.
Yeah, no, like I 100% agree with you. I think they should save, but it's just like it's clear they don't want to play for OT. They want to just win or lose. It's quite likely that they're going to lose, but if they win, then they stave off match point. Bison Boys they have a little bit of a buffer before they just can't make mistakes anymore. But no, I still agree with you. Like they should in no way be buying, because so far, especially on if they were defending and be like, okay, they can maybe find some mistake that Bison Boys make. Because like they did win that round where they just all pushed up mid, but that's not exactly what you can do on your attack unless Bison Boys make a big mistake. So far their defensive has looked indomitable. They get the picks where they need, and they drop back when they have the man advantage, which is really smart. Like Kono even pushes up as the smoker. Like you're not, why are you doing that? You're the solo smoker for your team. The only one holding that B site. If you go down, that's it. But he just gets the kill, gets the pick, drops all the way back to Snowman, knows that he just maintains the man advantage, and it's great. They're so disciplined on Bison Boys. But Pug Stars, they've got to find a way to break that. Either get the kill on Nakono when he does that kind of thing, or just hope that you can trade out. Hope that the opponents aren't stacking a site, which Bison Boys have done. They've literally just off of no info, they've stacked B. But hope they just pray they don't do that and just go in and just hope you 5v2 the bomb site and just win.
I actually, on that note as well, like talking about how important people are in the teams, I think that both Vipers on both teams, and I said this earlier before, I didn't get to really give more information on it, but we've seen really good plays off of both Vipers, from Minimal's 3K to Kono's clutches. It's honestly, Those two Vipers, though, the Vipers you're gonna want on a team. They have they have the coordination to play with their team. Sometimes they do give in a little bit of that aggressiveness, like you were talking about, but in the end, their aim just makes up for it. And it's both game sense and aim there. They have their smokes, they have those lineups, they have, you know, those really good positionings to get those spots. They're aimed down, but already off the dot. Minimal's a little low, and they just kind of gave Val a little bit of a hard time with that four-person corner there.
Spike planted.
Minimal taking out the Viper's pit. Nova, that shock dart was too close for comfort on Minimal side, and Pono just taking out Minimal through the smoke. You know, I'm a Viper. I know where you're gonna hide too, Viper. But like that, great shot on Dimitri's side with that operator. He clutching up that round. 9-11. They did not save, but they got this round.
Well, that's literally exactly what I was talking about, right? You run right into A, you hope there's not a stack there, and there wasn't. You have one player backside, that's the Reyna. You just run well down. He can't get more than one. He actually didn't even get anything back there. So valiant effort. He has 4 targets to choose from, and he picks the wall, so he's fine. You can't really blame him for that. This is nothing you can do. You're peeking against 4 people, and they just take you down. So well done, Pug Stars. They found the one hole. And in fact, it was just the default hole that most teams end up leaving, because you can't end up stacking each site 5 men strong every single time. But now they go back to a default. They send the Jet up through mid. I think he's floating or something up to that tube. But the Sage sees there's a wall there, so he can't instantly push or anything. Pono even spots back all the way on the B long. But Chrome's pushed up outside A because they know there's so much action happening in that long B and in that mid. They have the freedom, and he does that. Rez has to be popped now. They have no room to make anything, to give anything up. But the thing is, Vel, he's done the same thing again. He's pushed up inside this mid with the Sova backing him up behind him. And they're all going to run past. He gets the perfect timing. He's going to have such a fast flank on this entire team of Pug Stars. Blue's going to get right up onto that box. Vel should have 2 free kills here if he plays his cards right. He gets the first and the second spray down, and more targets ahead of him. He's even going to dismiss out, but Blue actually catches him behind. At least they keep it a 3 versus 3.
Oh, that was a great. Honestly, that 2-piece might have just won the attackers, the defenders their round. They got a nice 2-piece, but Minimal taking out Chrome. Chrome getting a little bit too aggressive there, not really knowing who's on the other side.
30 seconds left.
You know, he's questioning that play as well. We have Sage all the way on B site, so Sova can't retake just yet, but he's trying to get some information out there for that Sage and himself.
Oh, he doesn't see the Sage player. He doesn't see Sage. He checks under, at least he's got the discipline too, but he doesn't know this player is still on the site, and he's not gonna call the Fraggleton, and he's gonna go down right through, reloading through the wall. It's a 1 versus 3 now for Nova. Gets the first kill at least, so there's a chance. Second one presents himself, but shock dart goes out. It's so awkward. 2 bullets. There's no way at this point. No way, Gompers.
Oh, and he was watching the wrong side. Nova had his eyes. Nova's had his eyes set on the wrong side of A, and that's unfortunate. But in the end, he did look the right way. He just didn't win that fight. 10-11. Honestly, we thought they wanted to lose the game, but they're going for a hard win here. 10-11. They bought that round. It was looking a little scary. They got that round up, and now they're looking for a tie on the attacking side.
You gotta really realize that in Valorant, nothing's impossible, right? It's not like Counter-Strike where you just have pistols and smokes and nothing else. You have so many abilities, so many ways to just open things up. Speaking of opening up, I mean, that's a very quick opening. Throw him just instantly. Oh, Kono, though. Another kill under this B long. He's so low on HP right now, but he's trying to take another life with him, and he's not going to do so. Straight on to B. Pug Stars go, but Fraggleton is already up ahead of this entire party right now. Dimitri seems to have the angle, and Fraggleton's going to be taken down really low as well, but thank goodness for him, he has the heal in his back pocket, uses it. But the thing is, Dimitri, he's pushed all the way up, but the shots are not going to land. Chrome gets another. It's a 2 versus 4 now for Pug Stars.
Oh, Chrome watching under, but that Viper smoke kind of messed him up. Oh, and he up-dropped it and just immediately went down. He saw his life flash before his eyes with that up-draft. They're getting that res down for the defender side. They want this round. They can't give the attackers another round, or else the attackers' mental is just gonna go insane from there, and they might even win.
Enemy remaining.
Let Vel
Oh no!
getting that 2K he dropped down and just had that advantage, I guess. And, you know,
Match
Shima
point.
really tried, and it really is unfortunate. But 10 and 12, still winnable. We saw them win two rounds in a row. That's all they need on the attacker's side. So let's see Pug Stars Pug out.
Here we go. I mean, another scrappy buy. There's 2 bulldogs. ISO cannot even go for a bulldog. I don't think he can afford it. Dimitri also with a sheriff. It's the same thing. You've got to go for the same thing. It's deja vu all over again. They have to run straight into a site and hope for the best. And it looks like it's gonna be A again. But they're actually trying for a default smoke through mid.
ahead.
This one could be quite dangerous. The Jet's going to take first engage and go straight up through that tube. Sage spots and the wall just goes instantly up. I mean, you can't really do that as the Jet. You know that she walls that every single time off contact and spots something. That's it. Canoxians even gets 2 underneath the tube. That should just be the shutdown. There's no way they recover this, right?
This is a hard
One
round.
enemy remaining.
Oh, and I was about to say,
Spike
we've seen
down
Minimal
A.
take some shots down, but Shimu, maybe he's gonna take over for Jet. Never mind, as I see that
Defenders
Chrome with the operator just scaring me and everyone else, honestly. That was a great game. Good job, honestly, to both of the teams. Amazing plays.
Jeez,
We have
that
Pug Stars winning, losing.
losing.
Unfortunately. Bison Boys winning. Looking for team. Once again, Bison Boys looking for team. Pug Stars looking for org. You know, pick one of these people up. They're really good players, as you can see.
Man, I mean, look at this. That's kind of ridiculous. Bison Boys, they didn't look very good on their attack side, but when they switch sides on their defense, they just solve all the problems that they once had. I mean, I guess you have different problems, right? You have different attacking problems, you have different defending problems, but the attacking problems for Pug Stars are a lot bigger than Bison Boys' defending problems. Gotta say that, but very well done by them on their defense at the end of the day. 3 rounds in a row, the Pug Stars take 1, but then Bison Boys answer right back. And then, of course, Pug Stars, I think they have good mid rounds, right? Not mid rounds, but they have good talking points. Whoever their IGL is knows what they're doing, but they need the time, which is what they lacked, right? They had the time twice, once per half. And the first half worked out better. Second half worked out for 2 rounds. And then Bison Boys just take it right back. They just run up and they take the gunfights and they end up winning them. And that's honestly at this point, that is what they're relying on in this point. It's fine. Like if that's what you want to do against a Pug team, that's what you can do. And if you are a Pug team, that's the depth of your strategies, that is also what you can do. And it works out. Once again, yeah, Bison Boys are the ones looking for teams. And it's going to be unfortunate if they end up splitting up after this one show match. But whatever the case, you can tell these players are talented. You've got Vel at the top of the scoreboard on the Reyna, on the Duelist. You've got Kono following him up 21-14 on the controller. That is not something you see every day. Sometimes you know when you have a gem on a team, when you have a controller that can drop almost as many kills as your primary Duelist on the Reyna, on that agent that's meant to get kills. But yeah, whatever the case, everyone else chiming in as well. Nova on the Initiator, 18 and 12 on the Sova, putting up like Zekin type numbers. Obviously, it's not same caliber of players in both these teams, but similar idea with that Initiator. You can set up your teammates and win the gunfights of your own. That's extremely valuable. You've got Chrome. Not the best showing on the Jet, gotta admit, but he gets 4 entries. That's exactly what you need on that player. Fraggleton on the Sage, 7 plants, giving up his life, and not even that often as well. He's completely even. I mentioned he was doing pretty well in the middle of the game, the one that changed out his mouse apparently. So well done to him. Didn't end up getting any kills after that transition, but still nice job from this entire team all around. And Pug Stars trying their best, but their attack just didn't bear any fruit. But whatever the case, the first map goes to Bison Boys.
Yeah, great game on both teams. Then we're gonna head into our second game pretty soon, so stay tuned.
Forget and you get another try. So come open up my door. I don't wanna be here and let the one pass me by. I won't see your face wherever I look. I'm blinded by the light. So let go. I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. 'Cause I just wanna see the I just wanna see the light.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break in. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break in. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. Feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. Just take a hint. You got a free pass. Oh, try to hide it, but you had me from the get-go. Let me be frank, I'm not that complicated. If you need me, what's the use of playing games though? There's no denying what we want. Just watch me break in. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me.
Hello, and welcome back. We have our second game going on with Bison Boys versus Pug Stars. We all love to see it. It is on Ascent this time. And if you couldn't tell last time, the last map that we had played, they won 13 to 10. Bison Boys won 13 to 10. So, new map, different team comps. Hopefully they can bring it up. Hopefully Pug Stars can take us to this cider. But right now, once again, my name is Gompers, and I have Chrissy as my co-caster this time. Welcome, Chrissy.
Hello. Well, thank you for having me. I couldn't make it to the first round, unfortunately, but I did watch a little bit of it, luckily, and that last couple of rounds were like really intense. So I'm really hoping that I'm really hoping that we can see a different outcome this map. But also still see the rest of the players, make a name for themselves. Hopefully, find those teams or find those organizations to notice
Select
them.
your agent.
And agents like this is going to end pretty soon. They'll just now picking, so pretty interesting comps on both sides. They do pull out the Astra on the attack, and there's just Omen for the side of Bison Boys. But they do have the double duelist, so that's going to be pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, most definitely. So we have difference in smokes. We have an Astra on the attacking side, and we have a Omen. Forgot the name for a second. Kind of just drifted away out of my head. We have an Omen on the defending side. So hoping to see, Astra give out some really nice communicative plays. I love to see those. I say it all the time in every single thing I cast on Ascent. But, excited to see what goes on here, especially on this new map.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say that the attack does have what I'll call the more annoying comp, because you have the Killjoy along with the Astra, plus you have Jet Sky and Sova. So a lot of agents that you really don't want to face in a normal, game, but they're all together in one team. So now we're starting into the round. Is defaulting from the attack. Turret's not going to get that much chip damage right now, but they're not rushing anywhere so far. Gonna just bait out and get as much information as early on in this game before they start doing what they're going to do.
They left that bomb back there, so obviously they're gonna wait and see where they can get a pick off. Hopefully they have that bomb. But Bell giving them a hard time down a site. They're not gonna be able to push that tree, but they're still going in on the attacker side. They are relentless, especially on this site. We have the bomb is still back there, but Fraggleton getting another one out. It's already a 2v5, and they're just not backing off that site.
I got the spike.
Finally, Issa getting a pick off
Last
of Chrome.
player standing.
But
Spike
Chrono
down,
just taking
mid.
another one out. They have the bomb. A little bit harder for Killjoy. Iso here. But he's going to put that turret down, but Chrono's going to get that 2K, making it the first point on the board. Once again, great round from Bison Boys. They already went up.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, my right clicks don't do that, but it did end up working for Bell. So that was really, really cool to see. And it's going to be the typical second round. Defense is going to have the better guns. Meanwhile, Pug Stars, they're going to opt for some upgraded pistols, but not really buying too much into this round, which is pretty smart. If you're going to do something in these second rounds, might as well be a sheriff. And then the Ares comes out, does not find anything, but it looks like they're going to bring their attention towards mid.
They're running it down mid. They have no mid control. Nova's watching here with the Ares, but it seems like the Classic's just gonna win the fight against Drone. Hopefully they have a really nice Classic play here. We've seen those red clicks in action, but Nova getting taken out by 2, and Iso getting that trade out. Nova leaving Fraggleton all by themselves. They do have a Spectre. Can they fight? That's 1.
2 more to go.
And they're just hiding, waiting for Fraggleton.
Yeah.
Will Fraggleton frag?
I hope so. This is a very intense round. They bought into this, so they need to win. Even if though they lose all the members, if Fraggleton can clutch this out, it will still impact the round. And as I said, he does get the 1 pick. Will he get the second? And he does! Fraggleton clutches it out. He does indeed frag with 17 HP to his name.
Yes, Fraggleton. Oh, he got that bomb. He defused the spike.
Focus for a second.
A clutch from Fraggleton with a 1v3. That, he got that, you know, that Spectre really did clutch up the round there, and that was a good play by him. Unfortunate, because it was 1v3 situation there.
Yeah.
And maybe if they played together, they could have had that, but in the end, Fraggleton, great plays.
Yeah, true. In those rounds where you buy up, you don't really want to lose. You want to lose as little guns as you can. Luckily, the defense is able to buy up a little bit, but it would have just been better to just not be able to spend money this round. You have your bonus, and then maybe continue to make some impact with the guns that you have, but now they have to buy up. Operator is coming out, though, from the defense, and it's the Omen, but Chrome just shutting down that early aggression in the A lobby. So now it's suddenly a 5v4 with numbers advantage for for Bison Boys.
Looking pretty good for Bison Boys here. They do keep leaving that spike in an odd location, but it seems like they're gonna pick it up on the attacker side. Pug Stars trying to find a site to initiate, but they just can't seem to do it.
No.
They need a pick first, but oh, Kona with the operator. We love to see it. He had that nice op shot down mid. Was that through the smoke, actually? Because there is the smoke laid down there, and it's a little scary.
It wasn't through the smoke, but that almost could have been a collab. We see Minimal brought down to 13 HP. I really thought that was going to be a collateral, but he does, go away with his life, but he is very low. And Sky is far away, cannot heal him up. So it's going to be very scary, especially as he has the bomb top cat. He's alone right now. We'll meet up with his teammate very soon, but won't be able to do much for him.
Oh, Sky put down a little flash there to
30
see if anyone's
seconds left.
flanking her. We have Fraggleton defending the site. They're gonna have to go for a site really soon. They only have 23 seconds on the board here. They need a site to get that plant down, or they're just gonna have to get aggressive. But right now, it seems like they're doing neither, and they're just waiting in spawn. 13 seconds on the board. They're just gonna save. They have these guns. They
10
don't really need to
seconds
push
left.
anything just yet.
Yeah, that is true. In this situation, with Minimal's brought back up to full HP, but they did buy a lot into this round, and they know that the defense do have the weaker weapons here. They don't want to give them any more opportunity to have an advantage. Oh, that was so close. But yeah, smart choice to just save. Keep those 3 guns, maybe buy for their fallen teammates, and then go into this round with better chances. But I believe it's going to be a full gun round minus the Ares pulled out from Nova. Hopefully, no, they're not going B, so probably won't be able to do too much here through the wall. But the spike is being brought towards A. We met with both duelists there, and yeah, it should be a pretty interesting fight, especially with the op pulled out on that side as well. Or it's not, it's Marshall, never mind.
Oh, and they had that drone coming out. They're gonna push this side, but Chrome getting flashed, trying to dash out, not able to. They're getting pretty aggressive up here on the attacker side, although they're already on that rotate on the defenders. That Trailblazer coming out, not getting anyone, but they do have this site. They can push up a little bit. No one's really watching, but foul! Getting a
Spike down
2K
A.
for the team. CN by themselves, dashing into the wall. Very unfortunate, but Chrome with that 3K, taking 4 points for Bison Boys. All right. So great plays on Bison Boys' side. They do have that wonderful retake. Not only that, they didn't have to retake because they did have that really nice hold on A site, especially with that Phoenix. Getting those first initial picks were huge on his part because they lost their 2 players that did give them that entry and that
Right
space.
here.
So what space do they have then? Right here, we have a retake. Nova with the infamous Odin play coming out, trying to get some damage in, not getting anything just yet, but Fraggleton getting aggressive up here, taking out that drone, making them, having a little bit of information there. Kono knows that they're pushing up mid, hears them. But Val, infamously known for his one tap, gets one tapped out of his own
One
squad.
enemy remaining.
We have a 3K on Kono's side, and they're gonna
Obscuring
play pretty nicely here on the defenders. Once again, Minimal by himself, but we've seen Minimal clutch some rounds up in the last map. They are a very good player. Hoping to see some initiator plays coming along, controller plays, sorry. And Owen's up there with a slither of hope, but Nova was just walking around with the Odin. He had no care in the world. He was taking a little
Scanning
stroll
ahead.
around Generator. He wanted to see the whole view before he got to his location, and that's okay, because in the end, he got there. That GP, he didn't need a GPS or a map. But in the end, that was a great play by Nova. Would say great play. It was an interesting play by Nova. In the end, 5-0. We're on the board. Not really. We have 5-0. Bison Boys is really taking it home here with that 5. But, you know, we've seen some struggles from Pug Stars on attacker side, and it is okay because maybe they're going to bring it back on the defenders. Bison Boys does have a really good defender side, though. Already a star coming out, sucking in Val. CM Blue getting aggressive up here, but Val with an ultimate, will he get a pick? He gets one! Gets taken out in the end. Got that trade, but he gets
Out
traded.
of charges.
He's not able to defend that site like he always does, but Kono has that operator. That might not help him a lot, especially with this retake. They're planning already. They have
Spike
3
planted.
people waiting for that site. Drone is coming in. Getting some information. Drone on both sides. Looks like a counter drone coming out here. Nova with his Odin. We love to see it. Oh, what a shock dart. He had the lineups.
He sure does. But with Kono on 25 HP, I don't know if those will come in handy. But he does get a pick of his own. It's a 3v2
Player
situation.
standing.
Oh, that cut shot was clean. Now it's just up to ISO. Does Molly the bomb off? One spray does it, and it's just a 1v1. Killjoy v Killjoy. Will she get it?
Oh, and he's just not spraying the
Couple
right
centimeters.
No!
Wait, I don't think he has it though.
You know, that could have been Bison Boys round, but Fraggleton got off that bomb. In just the wrong time.
That was super unfortunate, but yeah, that was a very chaotic round. Like, you can't really even predict what's going to happen there, but ISO just comes in clutch, and now the attack has 5 ultimates ready to them for this round. So we do have the Cosmic Divide, we have the Knives, the Seekers, Hunter's Fury, Lockdown, all of it. It can either come all out at once, or it will, or one at a time. But they do have a lot more coming into this round, which will hopefully help them against the defense.
We have a tech pause coming in. Have a little bit of a tech pause coming in. We have the Bison Boys going 5 and Pug Stars going 1. I can see where that tech is coming from because it's looking pretty rough for the Pug Stars side. 5 and 1, and we've seen on the last map they do have trouble getting their attacker side together. I don't know if it's whether about coordination or just utility in general, but that's what we're gonna figure out pretty soon. We have Bison Boys just with the really good holds and the retakes. Their utility usage is insane. They get that information. They don't care about anything else, and that Sova Odin is a little bit strong. I'm not gonna lie to you. So you know, just Nova with the Odin in general is kind of scary. Walking around Gen with an Odin in general is terrifying, but interesting enough. We'll see if they get, you know, a little bit of that take. Hopefully this pause will give them that information that they need to gather up together as a group and, you know, finally get a point down, another one on the board for the attacker side.
True. And, you know, like I said, I was saying before how the attack comp is like the more annoying comp, right? But the defense is making it work with their more, I'll say, plain composition. You know, everyone's just pulling their weight together, making it work out. So it's not as flashy, but it's still coming together very well. I think I would like to see a little more utility usage from the attack coming into this next couple of rounds. You know, you have those Astra utilities. You do have the flashes from the sky, Sova, Killjoy, everything there to just make sure your attacks are, you know, well executed. But then the defense comes in and then they just ruin it all. So it's very tough a very tough situation for for Pug Stars. But we'll see what goes on after this tech pause.
Yeah, most definitely. I want to see some more Killjoy util coming out. I feel like I haven't seen enough coming out from ESO. Like that's definitely not something that I've been witnessing, and that's okay. It's still fixable, and hopefully this tech
Right.
pause is gonna give them a little bit of that information so that they know, hey, Issa, you got to put these out here so that we can get a little bit more of that post plan positioning, so that we can kind of
Right.
clutch those rounds like we need to.
Yeah, I think the only problem with the Killjoy is, it's really predictable that you put the nanoswarms on top of the bomb, so people can just spray it down. But if you time them correctly, you can still get them to pop up. So just having the threat there, them wasting another second to shoot those down, anyways, it could mean the difference between a round and not having a round.
Yes, most definitely. Tech buzz going a little strong here, taking a while, but I am pretty excited to see what happens after this tech pause, and I'm so impatient, and I just want it to pass. And it's-
Yeah, honestly, I do too. Especially since I said that the attackers have 5 ults available to them, so like I don't know if I don't know how or when they're gonna use all of them, but I just want to see what magic they can work.
Yeah, most definitely. Although, can I just say, this ice cream shop, and I don't know if it's an ice cream shop or a restaurant.
It's a gelato place, so yeah.
Okay, it looks like a little fancy restaurant. This is
Yeah.
like the cutest place in the world. I honestly would love to come here one day. Hopefully, if they make, they should
Let's
make
see the
a
flavors.
Riot Land. A Riot Land.
Riot
right?
Land?
So we
Riot
have
Land.
Valorant rides down Ascent, okay? Like a nice
You know
little
what?
roller coaster.
That would be kind of cute, though. That'd be a lot. That I think the tickets though would be pretty pretty expensive. If it's a Riot Land, that means we would have to also have like a League of Legends section, and that'd be like a lot to like produce and make. So a lot of money involved in that. So tickets might be expensive, but hey, I mean, if you don't want to hook us up, I'll be glad to go.
I mean, I'm okay with cosplaying as Ari or Viper for all
Yeah.
but
I'll do Killjoy.
we have a nice zoom in on the ice cream. It looks very chonky. I don't know what kind of ice cream they're serving.
It's just it's gelato, so it's not like necessarily smooth. So I guess it's chunky.
It looks like
Get
with
out
one
of my way.
scoop, the whole thing will come out of the container.
Oh my gosh. Well,
You should run.
all right. Back to the game. Game started. We have 2 ultimates coming down, 3 actually. The knives with the seekers. Seekers are destroyed, but they do know that there's 3 near or on the site. Oh no. From the shadows, Konos is right behind him. He doesn't even know about it. And he's taken out, unfortunately, and the plant should be coming down very soon. It's a 5v. Never mind. Spike's down. It's a 5v3. And knives are popped for Chrome. The right click misses, but still able to get the spray. And it's just now 2v3. Spike is in heaven. It's the worst position you can find it in. Oh no, Vel does get dinked to 17 HP. Will have to back away. Does not have any heals available to him. They don't know where he is. Knows he's not near the Spike anymore. But yeah, the Spike is in such a bad position, even with the doors closed. Issa with this lurk and tree does get the pick onto Vel, and Nova is taken out as well. This technically should have been a losable round for Pug Stars, but they just managed to turn it around somehow, some way.
Yeah, like we said in the beginning, hopefully this tech round gives Pug Stars that information that they need, and it did. They got that one round on the board that they really needed, 5-2. They can keep their guns, and they can ruin the eco just a tad. But this is the eco round that they really want to ruin for Bison Boys. This is the round they want to get those guns out of the way.
Right, but that last round was expensive though for Pug Stars. They used 4 out of their 5 ults that round, and although they did win the round, there's nothing that they have going into here. But it won't even matter. Well, maybe it does matter now. The defense does get 3. Issa does get the double trade, so it's now a 3v2, a lot more winnable, but not anymore since Kono gets to pick on Tilly. So and now it's a 1v2. Very winnable for Shimu, but with all the space that the defense has now, it's a very scary situation for him to be in.
Drone getting some information at the wrong spots. It's okay, but he does see that where that Killjoy Molly comes out, so he knows that they are in tree. He just doesn't know how many people know the behind generator. And Shimo getting taken out by Nova. Nova with a really good generator play there. He loves Gen. We've seen him there a lot lately.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Unfortunate round for the attack. Would have been winnable if it was the 2v2, 2v3. You know, they get to play off each other, but unfortunately, so was taken out. So it's just up to Shimu. Unfortunately, couldn't close it out. Was very winnable, but you just never know in these 1v2 situations. So now the attack will be on. So from what it looks like, a forced buy, if not a mixed buy, because he's still on that sheriff and light shield. Yeah, they're forcing up to the rifles, but going light shield. So if they don't win this one out, they're investing a lot here. Then they're gonna have to go on a full save next round.
Shadows traveling.
We have
Oh no.
Killjoy. We're seeing some Killjoy utility here, and I'm kind of vibing with it. I like that placement. It's a little odd, but he's waiting for some aggressive defensive action on the attacking side. He does have that for alert though, so Killjoy is kind of stuck there on the defender side in that cubby. Chrome waiting in their smoke. They're trying to get some information, a pick maybe even, in order to push the site. Seems like they're heading for that, but Minimal taking out Chrome, although there is a 3K coming from the defensive side. 6-2. It's looking like a 7-2 right now.
Enemy remaining.
Yeah.
And it's not even
Down
closer.
B.
especially after that pick. Faggleton is taken out though, cannot continue. A little bit of pain being brought onto the attack. Arrow comes out, but it's 2 against 1, and unfortunately Shima will be taken out. And like I said, that's 7-2, and we're going to the next round, and the attacks should be on a pistol save here. So on paper, this should be another round for Bison Boys, but if Pug Stars play their cards right, they could get those one-taps in there. There's a Spectre being brought up from ESO, maybe get a little run and gun action happening and take these guns off of the side of Bison Boys. But if that doesn't happen, it's just going to be an 8-2.
Killjoy's turret getting taken out on both sides. They don't have that for a little while, so they're gonna have to play it smart here. They do have those mollies set up with that alarm bot down mid. Oh no, taking out Blue. Taking out their entry too. So now they really only have their controllers just Minimal's just taking everyone out, and Minimal, amazing player. I'm trusting in the clutch, and Minimal and we trust, but we can't trust Minimal anymore because Chrome creating a controversy in Valorant. That's upsetting.
Yeah, I really thought that was actually going to be winnable for the attack, and it did look like it. However, they did get a little overwhelmed once they got onto the site. So, but they did take 2 with them, so not the worst eco, but definitely you want to do a lot more damage with the buys that you had that previous round. Will be full rifles though. Nova, pulling out that one. I was wondering if it was going to be the Odin or the rifle, and it is going to be that Odin. Not a lot of people at the B site, however, so might not find too much. But it is a full push onto A. Gravity Wells popped out. Chrome is in a lot of trouble. Nope, dash does not work this time. They'll trying to get that trade, and he does. This gets traded out as well. It's a 4v3 with numbers advantage for the attack.
And they can have this site. Oh no. Oh, he almost went that first shot, but he didn't. But Blue's gonna get that trade off of ESO. He said, I got you, buddy. You're on my team. But it's a 2v3 right now. Technically, you know, with that slither of health that Jet has. Sova bringing out his Hunter Fury too.
Last player standing.
He does stop that plant from the attacker's side, and Blue's getting pretty aggressive up here. But we've seen Nova with the Odin.
Oh no! Oh, okay.
Shibo's just running and gunning in that smoke, but he does not know the power of Nova's Odin. He has no idea.
Yeah,
Oh, but
honestly.
Nova switching out that Odin.
Yeah, the Jet is very low here. Could be, nope, never mind. Always changing my script. Every time I cast a game, the players just indirectly change what I was gonna say. Blue's on low HP. If he dies, very winnable 1v1 situation, but he just proved me wrong. Everyone proves me wrong. They told me to shut up indirectly, and you know what? It's fine. Because next round, it's the last round before the switch. 5 ults again for the side of the attack, and we do have the Killjoy lockdown and the run it back for the defense as well. So should be a very ability heavy round coming in, and Kono No, not Kono, sorry. Was thinking about pulling out that we'll opt for the rifle instead, and a little bit of a broken buy from the attack, just trying to get as much as they possibly can as they rush into A, and there's the run it back. Flash comes out, doesn't find much, but Chrome is there to follow it up. Seekers are popped, the sword, the knives, everything under the sun, but he does get the spray blind, and Hunter's Fury is now popped out. It's just the whole Valorant ability guy just being thrown at us right now.
It's like we need a dictionary for the amount of ultimates that are coming out right now. But they are already on site. They need that bomb down, but Nova has axe? Oh wait, no, he got his recon dart down.
Oh my gosh.
So he did have that information.
Player
Oh, but
standing.
Shima taken
One
out by
enemy
Nova.
remaining.
Nova's kind of insane. Dmitry does take out Nova though, but Fraggleton just Fraggleton on all of them. If that makes sense, that's
Switching
nice.
sides.
No, it does. You know, if you say Gompers, it makes sense. Don't worry about it. But we're coming into the pistol. It's 9-3. So I don't know if anyone's been watching VCT, but we've seen a lot of 9-3, 10-2 curses coming out. So I don't know if this is going to happen for Pug Stars or if Bison Boys is just going to say, nope, we have the lead. We're going to continue to have this league. Anything can happen, but pistol rounds coming out, and we do have technically a 3-stack on B with the alarm bot holding that place in mid, that's 6-man, and the spike's being brought towards A actually.
Yeah.
So maybe just the Sky to hold out and the Astra along with him.
They are funneling themselves in down A. Sky's gonna have a really great time. They do hear, and they get that blind. They heard that owl drone coming out. And they're already pushing out of that smoke. Chrome with the frenzy plays, but nothing stronger than the right click from the Phoenix Classic.
Spike planted.
Free gun, by the way. Yeah, but we're in a 4v4 situation now. Astra is very low, and Blue does get the pick onto Kono. And oh no, there's alert. Yeah, it's alert from A main. They don't know about this. At least I don't think they do. Fraggleton surely does right now. And they're just over here. Wait, the turret gets one. He gets two.
Ooh.
And Spike's being diffused. He doesn't know it. Oh, it's half. He knows now. He has to run for it. Oh, it's not enough. But wait, maybe the turret? Oh no, I thought the turret could do some more damage, but unfortunately they do get away with their lives. Blue on 2 HP. That was unfortunate. They do get a lot of players there, but the defuse comes out anyway, and now it's just going to be a buy coming in for, another buy coming in for Pug Stars.
You know, I'm thinking about buying frenzies from now on in my comp game.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you do have you should be get the glitch pop frenzy. Definitely aimbot unlock, you know what I mean?
Oh no, Blue! Aggressive, but Kono just said no you do not. He did punish that aggressive act by Blue. Oh, and Shimu! I don't know how that didn't do any damage on that Killjoy, but he did get a little bit down there. Honestly, she was just head on with his crossfire placement. He's pointing at everybody like possible. He's waiting in that corner. They're already gonna go down mid though. They're tired of B. They know what happens B, so the attacker side is gonna kind of transfer themselves over to A, but Shimu getting down Bell with that Ares play. Oh, and they already have that spike down. They're getting it down.
Spike planted.
Gonna have to play for a retake here on Pug Stars' side.
Ooh, he's still with that kill. The Kono is a 2v3 now. Fraggleton just has this Marshall. Don't know if he can get a jump pick with it, but they try their best. Iso does have the turret available.
One enemy remaining.
Oh no. Ooh, still does get that pick. Now she's up to Fraggleton again. We've seen the situation last round. It's not gonna work again. It's another round on the board for Pug Stars. And if you notice, the attack did force up that round, so their money's gonna be pretty bad coming into this round. And the defense do have the choice to buy out to the rifles now, so not the best situation that Bison Boys want to find themselves in.
Yes, most definitely. As well as the fact that Pug Stars starting to bring it back up on the defending side. I said in the beginning, and I meant it, Pug Stars may not have a great attacking, but they have one heck of a defending side. And Bison Boys, their defensive side is good. They did get a couple rounds last game with their attacking, but it does seem like it is a little bit shaky. So this might honestly bring it back up to a tie, and we might see a little bit of a battle here.
Yeah, shares are out for some of the members in the attack. And looks like the defense knows about this. Not going to over-aggress and give them any free guns, but is this a Hawk lineup? Oh man, we missed it. But it's all good. But Turret does detect, and Blue with that Guardian gets to pick onto Chrome. You know, Jet versus Jet violence. Unfortunate. You hate to see it. But 4v4 now, and Spike is just being hovered towards mid, but they're rushing now towards Tree. And Nova with that headshot does get the pick onto the sky, and Minimal trying to defend the side as he can, and so is Blue, just bullets flying everywhere. They do get 2. There's 2 more left. Oh, Kono trying to make the best out of this Marshall. Just one body shot, just one. Not gonna happen. It's another round yet again. Coming in from Pug Stars, and this 9-3 curse. I didn't want to bring it on them, but like it's happening. It happens in ranked. It happens in VCT, so it has to happen here at some point.
That was a little painful to watch. You know, we had Blue kind of doing that counter strafe down on, and he just missed every shot. It's kind of keeping me speechless a little bit, but it's okay. Like you said, 9-3 curse. That is real. I think it is real, and we're seeing it right now. First on in this stream, they might be able to bring on a third map, but they're trying to get some information down with that drone. And they're already on that retake. They know that they're coming. They have that Killjoy ultimate down. They have the lockdown. Hopefully they can lock down this side as well. Although Chrome running in, getting aggressive on that attacking. Does get taken out though. We have a 3v3 right now. Phoenix and Killjoy with a little bit of health left. Phoenix does have just enough. Oh, and you just got Shimu a little bit of damage out, but the classic is just so much stronger than what it needs to be. Alright, and Sion Blue all by himself with that Guardian. Hopefully he doesn't whiff his shots like he did last time, and now he's got locked down. He couldn't move. Oh, and Blue knows
Oh no, oh no.
Oh what?
Oh my god. You hate to see it. Oh, it was so close, but it's okay. You know what? We move on. We don't dwell on it. We don't dwell on it. We know that Jet Knives, it can do that. It hurts every time when it does that, but hey, it's fine. It's all good. But yeah, on a real note, going into this round, we will see, we will see Pug Stars on a weird buy, not a weird buy. They do have light shields coming out for most of the members with rifles. Bulldog pulled out, and the attack will just have full rifles. And it's a full push onto the B site. Running back will come out, and so will from the shadows. So they do have B technically under lock here. Spike just has to make its way down, but the defense is not letting it happen so easily. And Kona with this 3K, trying to look for more. Paranoia will come out, stopping Dimitri from pushing in too early. We'll get the headshot, but oh man, Kona with that 4K will close the round out. I thought with those kills coming in from ESO specifically, you know, this would be another round, but but the attack that said, you know what, 6 is all you get. They turn it around, and now they finally get their point on the board for this half. But a timeout will come out for the defenders. Just talk it out and see what they can do. They started making the comeback. They want to try to continue to do so before match point comes up. So trying to see what they can change up to make sure that there's no gaps in their defense, probably.
Yeah, they had a really good defensive side coming out. They did get those rounds in a row, like you said, but they just canceled it out on the attacker side. Although, 11-6, pretty close game. They are fighting really hard for that 13-6. And if Bison Boys wins in general, they do win this whole entire weekly showcase, which is interesting enough. But we've seen them have their tac pause, and we've seen Pug Stars get that information that they needed and kind of share within the group. And we've seen them win rounds after that, so hopefully they can bring this back up from 11-6. You know, remember the 9-3 curse is still here, so still kind of witnessing what goes on behind the scenes.
Going Astro, guys.
Oh man, you know it's really scary seeing these because like I think I'm just a little out of it from watching all the VCT games. I'm seeing all these comebacks here and there. It's just so it's like a good stress, you know what I mean? And now we're coming to this round. It's a full A hit. Tag will come out from the drone, and the Seekers will be popped as well. All of them destroyed, but they do know that there's at least 3 here. So, shouldn't really be a fake. They know they're gonna just keep trying to get more information as they can. Right click does work for Chrome. The second one does not, however. Able to get that trade, but unfortunately, Asher's taken down. It's a 4v3 now. Blue trying his best to make this Guardian work, and he does get one. Trying to shoot down the planter. Oh no, Shimo on this alert with the Spectre. Can he get one? He does get one onto Kono. Smokes are down for the attack. And now with this tag, no, Fragos just has to hide, but the shots coming in from Blue just making it impossible. And Issa following it up with 2. Just wow. What can we say other than wow? Pug Stars is showing utter dominance on this defense, trying their best to just, you know, bring it up as much as they possibly can before this match point happens for the attack.
We've seen Chrome with a few of those knife shots, but it's really good to see him get a nasty one down to create some space down with his duelist push down there on the attacker side, but it does seem like they're gonna go B. Killjoy has a lot of her setup down B though, so this is looking a little bit scary for them. They're gonna try to get a pick down B. Hopefully they can push this site, but not looking too good on this site. So maybe A is gonna be the place they want to go, but they're already committing. They're going down mid. They're getting down dirty in that garage site. And Jet's kind of getting that information that she knows that they're there. So they're on that rotation on that flank from the Sky side on the defensive side. So they're pushing that site. Molly's going down on Killjoy. She doesn't just initiate them just yet. She's kind of fighting down mid-market. Oh! But they're just getting picked off one by one. Phoenix and Killjoy on Bison Boys side are low. A little bit fighting for his life here, but no! With that Sheriff play. I don't know how they're similar. They're 2 different guns, but Felt giving out that curveball, trying to get a flash down, taking out that Trailblazer. So 1v1 right now.
So scary. Oh.
30 seconds left.
Oh, he's kind of stomping. He knows where he is. He hears that plant coming down, but he doesn't know if Fel is faking it. Or does he? Oh, and he's trying to get this pick off.
I'm out of stuff.
But
Oh my gosh.
the timing, he just knew he was coming around that corner.
I wish the players saw what we saw. Like the timing of those rotations and everything is just it's too perfect, honestly. Like I don't know. Like Dimitri wanted to go for it, but the moment Vel decided to wrap around, that's when he just like was more aware that this could be happening. So just wanted to be safe and not just rush onto the site. So good play on Dimitri there, and it's now the 8th round coming in from Pug Stars, and Bison Boys look like they're somewhat struggling on this attack. They are 2 points away though from winning it all out. Hunter's Fury will be pulled as well. So far, not gonna find the tags, no. But yeah,
I have the spike.
yeah, well, I can't even speak, man. There's too much happening. Ah!
Oh, Jet dashing. She saw. Although we've seen CN Blue. We've seen Blue
Joke's
have a bit
over.
of a trigger
You're
here,
dead.
especially in that starting round. And he does take out Bell, but he took out the wrong thing. Bell having that second life really let them down the drain. 11 to 8. It's looking a little bit rough, but that Hunter's Fury is coming out on the attacker side. He's gonna secure this round with that Fury. One does have 2 health. He's trying to hit his Jet. Jet getting out of the way just in time, but Chrome! Siege Bimu! A little bit of his white little hairs on the top of his head. Is it white? Is it blonde? It's blonde. Sova is blonde. He
Yes.
saw those hairs coming out of Sova's head, and he just shot. And that was good play, good reaction time from Chrome. 12 to 8 on the board. Looking pretty rough for Pug Stars.
It really is. You know, their buy is super broken this round. We do have the Odin from Shimu, but everyone else has a Spectre or a Sheriff. And no shield even coming out from Dimitri. It's gonna be full rifle plus an op for the attack. So
You should run.
oh no. Oh my god! Oh, I thought he got 2. He does it! She was out, and now it's a 2v3 situation. Spike is being planted as well. And this is too much. It's too scary. I can't watch Gompers. I can't.
You know, I love Nova with his Odin plays, but Shimu's just bringing it out today. He said, listen, I heard what you were saying about Nova, and I want some of that MVP action too. We have Minimal coming up with a Spectre. It's looking rough. A 2v3 right now. Have Nova for that information, but he's still taking out Chrome! And he did get a nice shot on Kono, but that alarm but's pretty smartly placed. He does have a Vandal now. And Nova securing the 13 to 8. 2 games won by Bison Boys. Bison Boys winning the weekly showcase that we have presented to you this week. What do you have to say about that, Chrissy? This was an interesting game.
This was more than just an interesting game. This was just, like utter domination coming out from Bison Boys, and it was great to watch them play it out. These are wonderful players. You know, they have such excellent skill, not only individually but working together as a team. So, GG's to them, and GG's also to Pug Stars as well for participating as well. They all did. Everyone that played today did really well. I'm so glad I got to watch this. Unfortunately, I wasn't here to cast for the first map. I did watch a little bit of it though, but I'm happy I was here for the second. So thank you so much for having me. While competitive series, Gompers, thank you for co-casting with me. I couldn't have done this without you.
Of
And
course,
yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys next week. We have another weekly showcase coming up for you guys. So keep tuned. Join the Discord if you want more. And if you want to participate yourself, we